Hey guys, Paul here. Welcome back to the channel. Finally, I get to check out the new yoke steering wheel for the new Model Y Juniper. They have a lot of options for the color and the material. This is white Napa leather yoke steering wheel, which is matches the white interior car like this. But today I will not be installing this one in my car because I had installed once before in my previous Model 3 and I had to remove it because my wife was not a big fan. We both using both cars, so I don't want to uninstall this one after install it, but I will show you what comes in the box and then whole installation process. This is a little bit different from the previous Model 3 and Model Y because as you can see here, this is what came in the package. You would have to actually take all the component off the OEM in the middle here, all the buttons and then the back cover too, and all the elements on the inside too, and then put it on the new steering wheel. So I will show you that whole process, and then at the end we'll check it out and see how it looks in the new Model Y Juniper. Now let's go. And here what came in the package of the new yoke steering wheel for new Model Y Juniper. I have a white Napa leather option here. Open up for you. Here it is on the inside. The cover. The Napa leather looks really good, as you can see. And as you can see, the whole middle part of the center part of the steering wheel doesn't have anything because you actually have to remove the original center part and then replace it on the yoke. So this installation is a little bit different from the old Model Y or Model 3 yoke. So this one you would have to remove a few more screws to relocate the center part. So the center part including all the button and switches, of course the back of the steering wheel, the front of the steering wheel, and the airbags. And this one came with the heated function of the steering wheel, which is this one right here. So just plug it back into the heated function on the old control in the center part of the steering wheel that we'll be replacing from the original to this one. And also came with airbag removal tool, so you have to push in on the bottom side left and right to remove the airbag first. So that's the first process of this installation. Also a clip, so this clip will help remove the two plugs, so the two connectors here. One is for the airbag and then another one is for all the controls and heated elements on the steering wheel. The quality of the leather looks really nice. They actually use, I think this part is actually OEM from Tesla. I'm not sure, but it looks pretty OEM, but no, without Tesla logo. I think they just modified it to become a yoke steering wheel. Now we saw everything that came in the package. Let me show you where to get this yoke steering wheel for your new Model Y Juniper. You can get this new yoke steering wheel for the new Model Y Juniper from Test Studio or teststudio.com. As you can see here, you can choose so many different options for the finish on the steering wheel itself. You can choose Napa Black, Napa White, just like what I have in the video, Alcantara Black, Matte Carbon Fiber, Gloss Carbon Fiber, and you can also choose to come with the airbag or matching airbag or without the airbag. So I got the one without the airbag, and if you are interested, you can use my special discount code TC for extra 26% off, and this is the price after the discount. So as you can see, the price is quite low for a yoke steering wheel because it doesn't come with the casing, the main casing in the middle, so you save some money but do a little extra work installing it. Alright, now let's go and install it in the new Model Y Juniper. Before we start the installation and remove the stock OEM steering wheel, make sure you turn off the car first for your safety so the airbag doesn't accidentally pop open. Alright, so just go to the main menu, control here, and then go to safety, swipe all the way down, power off. Here we go. Now we are safe to remove the steering wheel. Now let's start with the installation by using this included airbag removal tool to help remove the airbag. So just press it in right behind the steering wheel on the bottom side. You have to do this on both sides. Next, we have to use another included tool to help release and undo the plug for the airbag connector. It is a little tricky to remove without the tool, and use the same tool to remove another connector which connected to all the function on the steering wheels. Now we can remove the whole steering wheel using number 10 bolt or hex adapter. And if this is your first time removing it, I highly recommend to use the braking wrench to help removing. And after the center bolt is removed, now you have to jiggle your steering wheel a little bit left and right slowly. Before we do anything, I would highly recommend to use the tape to mark the center of the wheel so it doesn't move when you put back the new wheel. Step here, we have to remove the whole center part of the steering wheel from original OEM steering wheel that we just removed, and then we have to relocate the whole thing onto the new yoke. So first we have to remove the 3 bolts using a torque screw. Bolts are holding the main harness on the inside of the steering wheel together, so we have to remove that part first. After the 3 bolts are removed, next you have to remove that small red plug and then remove the harness. Then we have to remove 3 screws using a regular Phillips screwdriver and flip the steering wheel. In the back there are 4 screws that we have to remove using Phillips screwdriver. Screws are holding the rear cover middle part of the steering wheel together. After that, use a plastic plier tool to help remove the back bottom part of the steering wheel cover out. Now you see another 4 screws. These are again Phillips screws. Use a Phillips screwdriver to remove them. Now flip the steering wheel to the front, then remove the lower middle trim out. And next step here, gently use your hand, try to remove the back cover part of the steering wheel. I wouldn't rush it or pull it hard, just gently push it little by little on each angle. Before removing the back cover, make sure to unplug the heating function of the steering wheel first. As you can see here, it's blue color. After that, you should be able to release and remove the whole back of the steering wheel out. Now flip the steering wheel to the back and then remove the 2 torque screw T10 on the bottom and 1 Phillips screw on the top. So you have 3 screws on each side. So these 3 screws are holding on to the buttons in the front, or the scroll wheels in the front. So 6 total, 2 T10 on the bottom, 1 Phillips on the top, same thing on the other side. After that, you should be able to remove the whole steering wheel buttons out from the front. Make sure you release all the brackets, the plastic brackets that holding onto the wire harness of this button first. Then you should be able to remove the button functions entirely. Now let's start installing the button plates or button functions onto the yoke first. So we just have to repeat exact same thing how we release it. Just put all the screws back. Make sure keep all the previous screws from the OEM steering wheel, because we have to use all of those screws and then put everything back in place. Now place the button plate on the new yoke steering wheel the same way as we removed it. Make sure all the harness, everything line up the same way, and then put back all the screws together. That's why you have to keep all the screws. Make sure the Phillips and torque screw placed on the same location. Then place all the wire harness brackets back onto the same spots. Now you should be able to install the back plate or the back cover of the steering wheel back onto the yoke steering wheel. Make sure push it in and place it on nicely back in place. Then start with the main 4 Phillips screws in the back of the cover. Flip the steering wheel back to the front and then screw in 3 Phillips screws back in place. Make sure the top screw connects to the ground cable. Now you can connect the heating element connector and try to manage the cable to the side of the steering wheel as you can see here. Then place the bottom steering wheel cover and flip the steering wheel to the back. Then screws all 4 Phillips screws back in, which hold on to that lower trim front of the steering wheel. And don't forget to put the screw cover back onto the lower part of the steering wheel. Now flip the steering wheel back to the front, and then this is the last process before we install the steering wheel back to the car. Put back those 3 bolts using torque screwdriver and put them back in place, and now we're ready to install back into the car. Now let's install the steering wheel back into the car. Make sure you place it right in the center, and it's not to the left or to the right. Again, just do the same way as we remove. Just move it in little by little, push it in, make sure push it in all the way to the back. Now you can place and screw the main bolt in the center back in. I will try to use a torque wrench here. So set the torque wrench to about 42 foot-pounds to make sure it's fully secure your steering wheel. Now plug the steering wheel functions back in, which is brown color. After that, try to test all the function on the buttons first before you put the airbag back on. And last but not least, plug the airbag connector back in and then push the airbag back right in the middle, back in place. Now we are done with the installation. Let's see what it looks like in the new Model Y Juniper. As you can see in the video, the whole installation process probably take within an hour. Most of the time you would use to actually take all the component from the OEM steering wheel and then put it back on the yoke. Just follow the whole step-by-step installation. It shouldn't take that long, and it would be a little tricky if this is your first time to remove the stock and then put it back in the new one. But just do it gently so you don't break anything. And yeah, I mean, it looks really cool. It turned out really cool. I mean, my wife's not a big fan, otherwise I would just, you know, put it in myself. Looks pretty awesome. I like the white, matching the white interior though. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about the new yoke steering wheel on the new Model Y Juniper. Make sure to put the link of this yoke in the description down below and special discount code for you too. Thank you so much guys for watching today's video. Make sure to click like if you like the video. Make sure to subscribe for more awesome contents like this. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.
Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good. Fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts. I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong. I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth.